All right, good morning, you guys. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. Welcome to Morning Mindfulness. I hope everyone is doing well out there today. We'll just go ahead and get right into the quote. So it says, I find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. I find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. I like this one, right? It's definitely, in my opinion, referring to the balance of it all, right? When everything's a little chaotic and the world seems uncertain, we know there's going to be those days, those off days, those down days, those really dark days, and hopefully the idea or the goal of those days is just to hold on, right? We don't need to change or fix anything on those days. Just know that it's okay. Hold on to hope and hope for the next day to come, if you will. But then knowing when that brighter day comes to focus, right? To find your purpose, to find your strength. And it's all an ebb and flow, right? There's never gonna be just a streak of nothing but dark days. There's going to be some kind of bright spot in there, and vice versa, right? If we're having a good streak of a lot of hope and happiness, there might be an off day here or there, and neither one is right or wrong. It's okay. It's good to acknowledge that they both exist, and to try to balance it. So yeah, I like this one. I also like it because hope is wonderful, right? We got to hang on to it, but we also have to follow it up with the work and the focus and the determination, right? To turn that hope into action or turn that hope into reality, turn that hope into something concrete. Because if we just sit around all day, hoping and eating bonbons, nothing's going to get done. But it starts with hope, right? It starts with that wanting and that willingness to desire, but then we need to follow it up with the focus and the action. So yeah, that's where I've been finding myself lately. Definitely a balance of it all, right? Having your off days and knowing that those are okay, and just hanging on, holding on till the next day, and then moving, turning it into action, turning it into something positive. And we can always take these chair stretches as an example of that. Maybe today waking up was really tough, right? Facing whatever today has for you does not seem ideal, but come to the chair, just focus on the breath, focus on moving, and see if we can turn that hope into a little bit of some concrete action. So I invite you guys to join me. Let's get this started. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Go ahead, get to your starting position, and we'll get going. All right, let me adjust the camera just a smidge here. There we go. All right, you guys, how is everyone doing? I'm gonna get a sip of the tea here. Okay, so as always, let us start in our starting position. Feet are flat, knees bent. Feel your hips heavy, rooted and grounding into the floor or the seat beneath you. Feel your spine sit up nice and tall. Get a little longer all the way through the crown of your head. And we'll begin as we always do with 3 deep breaths. I invite you to close your eyes here as we inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead, open those eyes. Come on back into the space that you're in, and we will get going with the stretches. All right, let's go ahead and start with our legs, our lower extremities here. So bring them straight out in front as best as you can. And then we'll begin by just moving our ankles back and forth here. So drawing our toes towards us and then away, towards us and away. Good. And just start to get the tissues warmed up, get the blood flowing. As always, if you're unable to see physical motion in the body, that's okay. I invite you to close your eyes and see if you can watch as your body moves energetically. Good. So a little combination of hope and focus here, right? Hoping to get the most out of our bodies, but then also focusing on the energetic side of it to bring it all together. Nice job, you guys. And of course, keep that breath moving, slow and steady. Nice job, you guys. All right, we'll keep our legs long and straight. Go ahead and rest the heels on the floor here. With a long spine, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And then keeping the legs straight, reach your fingers down in the direction of your toes. Good. And then just start to notice. Notice what you feel on the back side of your legs here, and the calves, and the hamstrings. And as always, honoring your body, honoring the sensations that come up. If there's any pain or discomfort, back off a little bit. Otherwise, just breathing into sensation, allowing the muscles to slowly begin to stretch open. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, slow and steady. Good. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly, come on back up to seated. Good. Bring a bend in the knees again. Bring your feet flat to the floor. And let's go ahead and take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice work. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the inside of our thighs here, our hip adductors. So we're just drawing our knees in opposite directions, pulling the muscles and the tissues gently away from one another. Now you can use just the muscles of the legs to draw the knees apart, or if you're able and wanting, you can go ahead and use your hand or maybe a forearm or both and just gently press those legs open a little further, slightly deepening the stretch here. Good, and as always, come back to the breath, keeping it smooth and steady. Notice if you're holding any tension, maybe in the neck and shoulders, maybe in the jaw. Go ahead and try and release that with the exhale. And just sink into the pose here. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, slow and steady. Good. Take another inhale and exhale. Slowly come back towards center. Draw those knees in towards one another. Nice job, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. We're going to go ahead and get into the back side of our hips or glutes. So let's come back to the starting position. Feet flat. Hips and legs heavy, grounding towards the floor. Spine is long, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And we'll start with the right leg as we draw that knee up into the torso, gently into your chest here. And then just start to notice, breathing into the back side of the right hip here. Of course, you can stay in this position, or you have the option of crossing the leg over the other one. And just notice if there's a change in sensation. Perhaps you feel a little bit of a different pull on the muscle. Perhaps there's lack of sensation. That's okay too. Simply giving yourself the time and the space to observe what's happening in your body in this moment. Nice job, you guys. Keep that breath moving. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, we'll switch sides, sit up nice and tall once more, take a breath in, and then switching to the left leg, draw that knee up into your torso here, giving it a gentle squeeze. Good. And then once again, breathing into the back side of the hip, feeling into sensation, and knowing that you can stay right where you're at, or you have the option of switching that leg over to the other side, just crossing legs here. And once again, paying attention. What do you feel? What's different? What's the same? No need to judge or change or fix. Just notice. Nice job, you guys. Continue breathing here, slow and steady. Letting go of any extra tension or unnecessary holding. Good. Take another deep breath in here. And then exhale, slowly release. Let that leg come back down. Awesome job, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice work. All right, let's go ahead and move into our trunk. So you want to come back to the starting position with the lower half of your body. Heavy, stable, rooting towards the floor. Take a deep breath in as you sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, gently twist over to the right. Good. And maybe your hands come to your leg or the chair, wherever feels comfortable and most stable for you. Creating length as you breathe in. Sitting up a little taller on the inhale. And then gently moving into the space created on the exhale. Perhaps the gaze comes over the right shoulder, deepening the twist all the way through the crown of your head. And continuing to breathe. Nice job, you guys. Take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly come on back towards center. Nice work. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Take a deep breath in as you sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, slowly twist over to the left, switching sides here. Good. Once again, taking the hand grip of your choice, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you're able to gain more leverage. And then just continue to breathe, lengthening through the spine, creating space on the inhale, and then gently deepening the twist, moving into the stretch, just slowly and softly, feeling into your body. Maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder this time, continuing the rotation through the whole length of your spine from hips to head. Nice work, you guys. Keep the breath moving here. Take a soft breath in. And exhale, slowly come on back towards center. Nice work, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Great work, everyone. All right, we're going to get into our low back here, so stretching out our lumbar spine. Keep your feet exactly where they're at, and just begin to round the spine forward. And maybe you notice it right away, and you can stop wherever you're at. If you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, continue rounding forward, maybe releasing the head down towards the floor. But if there's any restriction or compression in your breath, just back off a little bit. This should be nice and easy, smooth and steady. Good, you guys. Keep that breath moving here, noticing where you can let go a little bit more. And just observing the sensations on the back side of your body. Watching and feeling as the spinal muscles soften and stretch open. Good. Continue moving the breath here. Take an inhale softly. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly come on back up to seated. Nice work, you guys. Give yourself a minute at the top here to reset. Just letting the blood pressure restabilize, letting everything settle. Take a soft breath in. And a soft breath out. Nice work, you guys. You're doing great. Let's go ahead and move into the front of our chest here. So we're going to broaden through the collarbone, broaden through the pec muscles. Couple options and variations. You can begin just by squeezing the shoulder blades together, right? Pulling your chest forward as everything on your back body pulls together. Good. And then depending on the height of your chair, you can take your spine up and over all the way, or you can just take your shoulders and push them right into the top of the chair. Wherever you're at, just allow the front of your body to gently melt open, pulling forward right in front of you. And then maybe your arms come to either side. Perhaps the chin lifts gently, making sure not to restrict any blood flow or airflow by cranking your neck back. Keeping it all nice and easy. Keeping the breath smooth and steady as you breathe into your abs and your pecs, all through the front of the throat. Good. Expanding with every breath in and allowing the muscles and tissues to soften with every breath out. Nice work, you guys. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, come on back up towards seated. Great work, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome job. All right, let's go ahead and move into our arms, our upper extremities. So we'll start by flexing our shoulders here and getting a nice good shoulder stretch. Now, all that means is taking this arm bone up and away from the side of the body. Now, regardless if you're here, maybe you're at shoulder level, maybe you're up over your head, it's all flexion. So just make sure to honor your body. Try not to force anything, but breathe into the stretch and the sensation. Another couple options here with the hand grip. If you're able to, I recommend getting your fingers in between one another. That's going to just help open up the palm, getting a little bit more stretch in the fingers and the hands. Of course, you can always take a cupped grip, so supporting your hands in that way. You can always utilize one arm to assist the other if one's a little stronger. And then, of course, you can always have the option of simply raising one arm overhead. So wherever you're at, honor that, continue to breathe, and let's get into the stretch. All right, coming back to our starting position, lower half of the body is heavy and rooted. Hands are in the clasp of your choice. Take a deep breath in and lift those arms up, maybe overhead in the direction of the ceiling. Good, and just notice if there's any pain or any increased discomfort. If there is, just back off a little bit. You don't want your shoulders hiked up too much or any pinching. So just relax, breathing into the stretch, letting it come naturally. Good, allowing that breath to even out. Nice job, you guys. If it feels okay in your body and you want to try and stretch a little further, go ahead and do that on the next inhale. So take a deep breath in and then maybe reach those hands a little higher, maybe a little higher. Keep the stretch going. And then slowly, slowly, slowly release those arms down, letting it all go. Nice job, you guys. Just be sure to relax those arms slowly. You don't want to drop the arms too fast. Great work. Let's go ahead and take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome. All right, let's get into our scapular glides. So that is just movement at the shoulder blade. I'm going to turn to the side to show you guys here. And it really is just a small motion of the shoulder blades, right? So if you have a table or a flat surface that you can place your hands on and then just slide your arms along it, I recommend it. If you're like me and you don't have it, we can pretend. So we're just placing our hands out in front of us and then drawing the arm bones up and away. And what this is doing is pulling our shoulder blades up and around the rib cage here. Okay, so just breathing slowly, breathing softly. If you need to feel the difference, go ahead and squeeze the shoulders back in towards one another, towards midline, and then notice what it feels like to pull them in the opposite direction. Nice job, you guys. Continue breathing, slow and steady. Take another inhale as you reach those arms a little further. And then exhale, come on back up to seated. Great work, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Really good work. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into the back of our shoulders here. And so come back to your starting position. Feet flat, hips heavy, spine is long. Take a deep breath in. And then bring your right arm up and across the body here. Good. And a couple different options. Option number one, just reaching that arm across your body away from you. Option number two, you can grab a hold of this other shoulder for a little support. And then maybe give it a gentle tug. Notice what you feel on the back side of the right arm. And then option number three, if available, you can use your other hand to pull the arm across your body. And good. Again, keeping the stretch nice and gentle. No need to force anything or cause added pain. Just honoring your body, feeling into this moment, feeling into the sensation. Nice job, you guys. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, slowly, slowly. Let it go. Great work. All right, we're going to switch sides. So once more, sit up nice and tall. And then bring the left arm up and across the body here. Good. Reaching the arm in the opposite direction, crossing midline. That's option number one. Option number two, grabbing a hold of this other shoulder. Just giving it a gentle tug. Notice what you feel on the back side of the left arm. And then option number three, if available, using your opposite hand to gently squeeze that arm in towards the body. Good. And just feeling into stretch, feeling into sensation. Smoothing out the breath here, allowing yourself to release with every exhale. Nice job, you guys. Take another deep breath in here. And then exhale, slowly release, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right. Oh, we're done with arms, so now shoulder rolls. It's my favorite part and I forgot, but that's okay. Drawing those shoulders up to your ears and back down again. Up to the ears and back down again. Good, just breathing into your neck, breathing into your shoulders. Maybe switching directions. Nice job, you guys. Just doing whatever feels best, releasing any extra tension here, letting it all go. Nice work. Good. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, we're going to get into our neck stretches here. So once again, coming back to our starting position, feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy. Feel yourself sit up nice and tall, lengthening the spine from hips to head. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Good. And then just allow yourself to soften. If it feels okay, go ahead and close your eyes. Allowing the weight of the head to melt over towards the floor. Breathing into the left side of the neck as the muscles begin to soften and stretch open. Nice job, you guys. Continue moving the breath here. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, come on back up towards seated. Great work, you guys. We'll switch sides. So once more, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently drop the left ear to the left shoulder this time. Good. Once again, allowing yourself to let go. Closing your eyes or softening the gaze. Watching and feeling as the muscles on the right side of the neck gently stretch open. All the tissues softening slowly and keeping the breath moving. Good. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, gently drop the chin down towards the chest. And just begin to make small circles with the head and the neck. Watching and feeling as the stretch moves through all corners of the cervical spine, wrapping around the neck and the shoulders. Switching directions as you're ready. And just noticing. Noticing if it's the same or different. Noticing what you feel. Nice job, you guys. As you're ready, come back through center. Bring your head back in line with your spine. Once more, come to our starting position. Feet are flat, knees are bent, hips are heavy. Feel your spine get a little longer as you sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down. And we'll finish just as we started with 3 deep breaths here. I invite you once more to close your eyes as we inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Nice job, you guys. As you're ready, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. And that ends our stretches for today. So thank you so much for joining for that portion. I'm going to go ahead and get set up for mindfulness. So if you hold tight, I'll be with you in just a second. All right, you guys. How are you doing out there? Hanging in there? Hope you're having a good Thursday. We will continue with our 15-minute breathwork and meditation. So for anyone that hasn't joined us, we are trying to keep it pretty straightforward this week. And the idea of this meditation or mindfulness, however you want to call it, is to simply give yourself the time and the space to simply be, right? So our minds are constantly racing, right? Especially now, there's so much on our minds. There's so much to think about. Maybe you're worried, maybe you're anxious. That's okay. Maybe you're really excited for something. That's great too, but it's still good to give ourselves a little bit of a mental reset. So that's what this practice is intended to do. There are no expectations behind it. There's no rules. I will offer some some guidelines, some direction as we go through it. But really, this is your time and space simply to show up and give yourself the opportunity to just focus inward, right? So, as I guide you guys through this, we'll start off by just trying to close the eyes, shut out the outside world, and really tune in inward. And then as we go through, I'll invite you to focus on your breath. And what that allows us to do is give ourselves kind of an anchor point, right? So when our thoughts are racing or when there's so much turmoil going on outside of us, we are able to turn to ourselves, focus on our breath, focus on the rhythmic breathing. And that's going to give us a tool that allows us just to kind of calm down, relax, let go of any of the extra clutter. And if we can do that in kind of a quiet, controlled setting, right, that's going to help us build up a practice that hopefully then we can use this tool when we are out in the world, right? If there is something that's jarring or alarming or just downright aggravating, how do we instead of just simply blowing up and reacting and getting angry and letting it control us, how do we acknowledge that maybe something happened, that it's not desirable, but then not let it control us? And so this practice is meant to help us do that by knowing that we have the tool of the breath and the tool of turning inward to help us reset and refocus. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight as to what we're trying to do here. Again, if you've never joined us or if you've joined us every single day, just know that I will offer guidance throughout. The only thing that I ask you to do is find a comfortable seat and give yourself the next several minutes to try to relax. So, excuse me, wherever you're at, maybe it is still seated in the chair we did our stretches in, or maybe you're lying down if that's safe and comfortable for you. Wherever you're at, just start to drop in. Try to start to settle. Let your muscles relax, let your bones relax, let your mind relax. Go ahead, take a couple nice deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Couple more, just like that. Just allowing everything else to wash away. And coming into this moment, I will set a timer for us. We'll hear a beginning bell and an ending bell. And how you choose to spend the time in between those two bells is completely up to you. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes. Allow yourself to turn inward, giving yourself permission to let go. Let go of any thoughts, let go of any worry, let go of any to-do lists or expectations for what's to come. Simply allow yourself to be here in this moment. With your eyes closed, gaze turned inward, I invite you to see yourself, visualizing imagining, using the mind's eye, however you describe it. Allow yourself to observe yourself as you are in this moment, from head to toe. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. If you notice that you're trying to control your breath or control your thoughts, just notice that, acknowledge it, and then see if you can release that control. Try to let it go and just let it be. Letting the breath flow in and then letting the breath flow out. If at any point you find yourself distracted or your thoughts have wandered, no worries, that's okay. Our brains are built to think, they're built to process. So acknowledge that, maybe give thanks for that, and then see if you can let those thoughts pass. Release the distraction, and then come back to this moment. Come back to right now. Softly breathing in, and then softly breathing out. As you're ready, when you're ready, I invite you to bring your awareness and your attention to those breaths. Without changing it, without modifying it, simply watching. Watching as you inhale, and then watching as you exhale. Observing the breath as it travels into the body, and then watching the exhale as your breath leaves once more. Softly breathing in, softly breathing out. Watching as the breath fills the body, expanding the physical form, lighting up your energetic being. And then as you exhale, watch as the breath leaves, muscles, tissue softening down. If it helps, I invite you to choose one place on your body along the path of the breath. Maybe it's the nostrils or the back of the throat, perhaps the chest or the belly. And simply observe Observe as the physical form reacts and adjusts to the breath entering and the breath exiting. The breath entering and the breath exiting. Maybe it's the rush of air past the nostrils, or the feeling of warmth on the back of the throat. Perhaps you watch your chest broadening as you inhale, and then maybe observing the belly as it empties on the exhale. Wherever that spot is for you, let your attention settle there. No right or wrong, simply just letting it be. Continue watching the breath, observing it in this moment. If you notice your mind has wandered, or your thoughts have traveled elsewhere, that's okay. Notice, observe, and give yourself permission to let go. Give yourself permission to return back to the breath, back to this moment. If you haven't already, I invite you to try and watch your breath for one full cycle, beginning to end, watching as the breath travels into your body, circling in the throat, chest, and belly, and then watching as the breath washes back out, surrounding the space around you. Once again, watching for one full cycle, pulling the breath in and watching the breath as it leaves. If you get interrupted or it's hard to follow for one full breath, that's okay. Start with half a cycle, build up towards the full cycle. And just know that with every inhale, you have a new chance, a new opportunity to start over. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're able to watch for one cycle, try for two. If you can observe for two, try and follow three. If three is easy, go for four. And then just keep going. Continuing to breathe, continuing to observe without control, without added effort. Simply just letting yourself be. as we approach our final few minutes of this practice, I will let go of my verbal guidance and simply breathe with you. I encourage you to simply continue to breathe, observing each inhale and observing each exhale, knowing that at any point, if the mind wanders or gets distracted, you can always start again. With every breath, you have a new chance to start over. Watching as you inhale, watching as you exhale. We'll hear one final bell indicating that our time is up. And until then, just continue breathing. Softly in, then softly out. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Allowing yourself to let go of any focus, any holding, any patterns. And just notice. Notice what you feel. Notice how you feel. And simply let it be. If you wish to stay here, continuing to breathe, continuing to be, by all means, please do so. Otherwise, as you're ready, when you're ready, softly blink the eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. As always, thank you guys so much for joining, for showing up to yourselves, for yourselves, I should say, showing up to the class. And continue to remember the quote, right? Find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. Not every day is going to be the brightest. There'll be plenty of dark days, dark times. And we have to continue to hold on to hope and then energize and focus when we can. And that's going to look a little different for every person out there. So just know that you're doing great. Know that you're doing okay. You're doing exactly what you need to be. And also know that you always have the breath. You have this practice, giving yourself even 5 minutes to just breathe, focus, and allow yourself to just show up. Thank you guys for showing up today. I continue to appreciate it more than you know. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy out there. We will be back. I will be back this afternoon at 1:30 if you want a little bit more of a pick-me-up class, a little bit more energy, focusing on strength, endurance, a little bit more emotion. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, Friday, for our last class of the week. And until then, last mindfulness class of the week. Until then, you guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.